everybody, and good afternoon. I have had several people come onto my channel defending Chris Watts. And, some of the things that were said were, first off, still believing his original story that Shanann was the one that did this. And he is just trying to protect both of the families by not dragging them through a trial. So he's going to go ahead and commit himself to life in prison due to that. Okay, so let's start with that and see if that was ever correct in this. Okay, there is a very heavy no. Okay, it was never, that doesn't have anything to do with this at all. That is incorrect and false, okay? And then the other was the mother was going to come along and, I guess save him in some ways, stop this. A few sounded disappointed in a way that he had put this plea out. And I just don't understand why someone would be disappointed when he told the truth. Why would you ever be disappointed in that? Okay, so, anything around this, again, all roads pointed to him all along. And now we're just getting that indeed this is true, okay? So he was pushed against a wall. He had no other option but to make this plea. Otherwise his life would have been over. So I just wonder now what might come out around it. Really, no one's going to commit themselves to a life like this unless they did it. Let's see, does that ever happen just to protect somebody? A crime like this. Okay, so it's a light no. So there may have been some, it's still no, okay? No, it doesn't happen. It just doesn't, okay? Because if someone was gonna do something like that, you'd feel a different energy in their being. You'd feel something that spoke more of compassion and sincerity. If they were doing something like this in compassion. Okay, we didn't feel this in Chris. So again, it's all about energy, really. Okay, the other thing that someone said, he's going to be in prison and he will have his freedom now and, really feel quite free in many ways because he doesn't have to work, he can get another lover and all these things. And let's see if this is true, that now, the way it sounded was now you're going to open up to a brand new world and journey that is going to come back and fulfill your needs and dreams. Is this true for him? Okay, so no. All right, no. Okay, it's getting heavier as we speak around it, and now it's going no, okay? Okay, so someone had also asked me if they feel like he would spend his full life in prison or possibly die early in prison. So let's see, is he going to live to be an old man in prison? No. Will he die earlier than that? Okay, in prison. Okay, so I am hearing something about... Okay, so insane times for him. Insane times. Okay, so whatever that means, it's coming around. Okay, so anyway, with this, it does say, before learning he would never walk out of prison Monday, Chris Watts sat at the defense table, head down and leg bobbing, as his mother told him she loved him and his slain wife's family called him a monster, calling it perhaps the most inhumane and vicious crime that I have handled out of the thousands of cases that I have seen. Judge Kopkow handed down 5 life sentences, 3 consecutive and 2 concurrent, with no possibility of parole in the deaths of Watts' daughters and pregnant wife. Watts also received an additional 48 years for the death of his unborn son, who was to be named Nico Lee, and 36 more years for crimes related to his disposal of the bodies. His hands were shackled at his waist, and Watts wore an orange jumpsuit. He rarely looked up during the proceeding, not even when his mother turned around to face him and tearfully said, "We have loved you from the beginning, and we still love you now." Okay, so that's probably enough of that. But also someone asked me, did he have any help with this murder? He didn't. Okay, he didn't. This is all on him. This is all his responsibility, his doing, his karma, his consequences to face. Okay? Anything else that is of, that would help to shed any light on this now? Okay, so it's a very sorry situation, and not going to come out good in the end, for him and his life. Okay, but to be not happy that he chose this course of truth, to speak his true voice. And, we should always be happy when justice does come. There's so many cases out there that just rest unsolved, and people waiting with all their wounds raw and all the emotions, and have to live with that for a long time. So, if anything, people should be happy, of course, for this. And it feels like the majority that are, in line with, understanding what this, they could feel it in their gut. Come on now, really. And, do feel like, well, at least justice has come here, and now he's going to be put away, because, someone that behaves this way is, really should not be out in the general public. Now, what a sorry thing for his parents. No judgment on them trying to defend him. I mean, in whatever way they do, but, it just, and then I think that his mother also said, well, it seems like it would be more likely she would do it or something. It just, to keep going in that direction really is just, it's hard to hear, and it's painful in all directions. It actually adds to more pain in all directions, but, so all we can do is let's hope healing does come for those involved now that, at least have this closure here. And otherwise, the chips will fall as they may. When choices are made like this, karma comes with